Oh, all the best for
What
them.
about Manny and Barrios? What do you think?
Oh, it's gonna be a good fight. Always Manny Pacquiao bring all the best to make a good fight.
I can't see Manny winning. I'll be honest with you.
Really?
No, I can't see. I think age is a big factor, you know, even though he's my favorite fighter and stuff like that. Mario Barrios is a beast.
Nah, at 46, I don't plan on being back in the ring, you know, but Mario Barrios is a great matchup for Manny Pacquiao.
Canelo Alvarez stunned fans with a blunt take that raised eyebrows throughout the boxing world as he declared, "Pacquiao's done." Canelo, the current undisputed super middleweight champion, acknowledged Pacquiao's consistent ability to put on entertaining fights. Despite his bold prediction, he recognized that the former 8-division world champion always brings intensity and excitement when he steps into the ring. Canelo didn't write Pacquiao off completely, but made it clear he sees the fight as a test the aging fighter may not pass.
Oh, all the best for them.
What about Manny and Barrios? What do you think?
Oh, it's gonna be a good fight. Always Manny Pacquiao bring all the best to make a good fight.
Australian fighter Tim Tszyu, however, was far more skeptical. Speaking after a press conference earlier in June, he candidly said he couldn't see Pacquiao pulling off the win. Although he admitted that Pacquiao was his favorite fighter growing up, Tim Tszyu couldn't ignore the age difference and the physical edge Barrios brings into the ring.
I can't see Manny winning. I'll be honest with you.
Really?
No, I can't see. I think age is a big factor, you know, even though he's my favorite fighter and stuff like that. Mario Barrios is a beast.
At just 30 years old and fighting at his peak, Barrios is not only younger, but also hungry to retain his title. Tim Tszyu highlighted that youth, drive, and current momentum make Barrios the favorite. Yet even he conceded that it wouldn't completely shock him if Pacquiao pulled off the upset, because if anyone could do the unthinkable, it would be Manny Pacquiao.
30 years young, in the prime, going from a world title, you know, it's a hard challenge for Manny.
If he were to do it, would it surprise you?
No, it wouldn't surprise me. That's the thing, because he's Manny Pacquiao. You know, he's full of surprises.
Yeah.
Shane Mosley, who spent time observing Pacquiao's recent training, offered a more hopeful angle. He sees the Filipino star as mentally sharp, physically prepared, and fully focused. According to Mosley, all the signs are pointing toward Pacquiao being in fighting shape. Despite the years away from the sport, he strongly believes that if Pacquiao's body and mind are aligned, he has a solid chance to leave the ring victorious on fight night.
What do you expect from Manny, man, at 46? What do you think is gonna go down July 19th?
I think that he's gonna do, like me feeling the way I feel right now, I think that he's gonna do really, really good, and I think that it's a really strong possibility that he wins the world title. Man, I think that it's a very strong possibility he wins the world title.
Adding further fuel to the fire, undefeated welterweight Terrence Crawford called the upcoming bout a 50-50 fight. While he made it clear he has no intentions of stepping into the ring at 46 himself, Crawford acknowledged that Pacquiao still has what it takes to compete at a high level. He viewed the matchup with Barrios as a fair and exciting challenge for both men. For Crawford, the fight's outcome is uncertain, but far from out of reach for Pacquiao.
Nah, at 46, I don't plan on being back in the ring, you know, but Mario Barrios is a great matchup for Manny Pacquiao. And I think, you know, at this age, it's a 50-50 fight for Manny Pacquiao.
As the fight approaches, the buzz continues to build. Premier Boxing Champions has released an electrifying trailer for its Gloves Off series, teasing fans about what could be a once-in-a-lifetime event. Pacquiao, whose last fight was nearly 4 years ago, is eyeing one final chance at a world title. And Barrios, he's preparing with full intensity to stop that dream in its tracks.
In boxing, as in life, time is the undefeated champion. But every so often, someone fights back.
Meanwhile, Barrios recently spoke with the media during a workout session in Las Vegas, revealing he has no intention of taking Pacquiao lightly. Although respectful of what the older fighter has done for the sport, Barrios made it clear that once they step into the ring, all respect is off the table.
I mean, originally getting the fight, I was pretty blown away, but you know, during training camp and everything, I'm not training with the mentality, you know, that I'm getting ready, you know, to fight an icon, to fight a legend. At the end of the day, he's just another man. You know, trying to fight for my title. So, you know, I respect everything he's done in the sport. You know, even the person he is outside of the ring. But come fight night, all that respect, it's not gonna be there. And it's all smiles, between both of us for right now. But yeah, I know on fight night, we're both going in there with bad intentions. He's going in there trying to, take my title, and I gotta do whatever it takes to make sure he does it.
His motivation is simple. He's the reigning champion, and he plans on keeping it that way. He described training camp as one of the best he's had, with strong sparring and smooth preparation. According to Barrios, the key has been not viewing Pacquiao as a legend, but as another challenger looking to take his belt, and that's something Barrios refuses to allow.
Yeah, no, for sure. Just looking, to going out there, just showcasing my skill, showcasing, my youth, just using, any advantage that I have, to make sure, again, my hand is raised at the end of the night.
His trainer, Bob Santos, echoed the same confidence. Santos praised the quality of the camp and credited Barrios for putting in the necessary hard work. He warned fans not to underestimate Barrios simply because of Pacquiao's star power. Santos pointed out that Barrios has already earned titles in 2 different weight classes, an accomplishment that doesn't happen by accident.
Yeah.
I got to jump in here. When they say that he's an icon, worthy, there's nobody more worthy of this opportunity than Manny Pacquiao, what he's given to the sport. And secondly, about inactivity. Remember this, it can work in 2 ways. I've been in this game a long, long time. Yes, most people would say you'd want to err on the side of caution of having activity, but sometimes when you're an older guy, like James Toney, I did a lot of camps with James Toney, when they take a long time off and everybody goes, oh, he's shot. Guess what? With that long time off, he came back, he won the light heavyweight championship, he won the cruiserweight championship, and he won the heavyweight championship of the world. So you gotta take that with a caveat, because like I said, sometimes it can work this way or it can work that way.
The trainer also addressed the talk about Pacquiao's time off from the ring. In his view, the break could either help or hinder Pacquiao. While inactivity typically affects older fighters negatively, in some cases it allows the body to heal and reset. Still, Santos is convinced that Barrios will walk away victorious.
And that's why it's going to be an interesting and a great fight for everybody to watch, and he's an icon. But at the end of the day, Al Azteca is coming out victorious July 19th. Take that to the bank.
And rest is key.
Yes.
Rest is key for some of these guys that been out of the ring. He's an older guy. Maybe he needed that rest.
That's like I said, I was in camps, I did, and you know that, Freddie, I was in and around your gym with James Toney. And that's why we know Manny Pacquiao real well. We got a great plan. We got Dom, we got Rich Briantis, we got his pops. We put a great plan together. We got a great team. And like I said, with all those minds coming together, there's nothing short of coming out victorious with Al Azteca, the best, the truth. All these 2-time world champion in 2 weight classes by accident. Very few people have ever done that. Give this man his credit.
The fight also carries historical weight. Pacquiao isn't just fighting for another belt, he's fighting to defy time, silence doubters, and rewrite the ending of an already legendary career. At 46, few thought he'd ever return to the ring, let alone at this level. Yet here he is, facing a prime champion without any safety net, no rematch clause, no tune-up fights, no shortcuts. As the world buzzes with opinions on this high-stakes matchup, renowned trainer Robert Garcia has voiced criticism of Manny Pacquiao ahead of his bout with Mario Barrios. While expressing deep respect for Pacquiao both as a fighter and as a person, Garcia pointed out that it will be a tough challenge for Manny to secure a win against a younger, fresher opponent like Barrios.
And look, Pacquiao's a legend. He's a legend. He's man, everybody. Myself, Mexicans, people love him because he's just such a great person. He helps a lot. Everything he does is to help people out, and I know of so many stories of people that he's helped, things that he's done in his country. So you can't help not like him and not wish him well. But I got 36. It's too hard
46,
to.
Yeah, 46.
Oh, my bad. 46. Yeah. He's 4 years younger than me, man. I don't see myself even able to box for 12 rounds against a young fighter, even though.
Speaking on the unpredictable nature of boxing and acknowledging Manny Pacquiao's incredible talent, Robert admitted that while it's possible for Manny to win, he doesn't see it happening. In his view, although legends like George Foreman, Bernard Hopkins, and Sugar Ray Leonard have fought at an older age, facing a young and hungry fighter like Mario Barrios presents a different level of challenge. Garcia also noted that while Barrios may be lighter in the welterweight division, he possesses exceptional skill and athleticism that shouldn't be underestimated.
Barrios might be the lighter of the welterweight division,
right?
But he's still young, he's strong, he's a big boy. Pacquiao is 46, man. It's tough, man. But it's been done before, man. Foreman done it, Hopkins did it. That Leonard came back, also and did it after a long retirement. So is it possible? Yeah. Does he have the talent to do it? Yeah. Was he one of the best fighters of all time? Yeah. So we could see him pull it off, man. But I really don't. I don't see it happening. But it's the good thing is that they put up a great card, man.
Yeah. Furthermore, Garcia offered his advice to Mario Barrios on how to approach a fight with Manny Pacquiao. Reflecting on his own experience being in the corner against Pacquiao during his prime, Garcia described Manny as an unbelievable fighter who made it nearly impossible for opponents to stick to their game plan. He emphasized that Barrios needs to avoid starting slow, stay sharp from the opening bell, and focus on landing a clean, solid shot, fighting smart rather than trying to outpace Pacquiao early on.
Look, when we were in there against Pacquiao, it was in his prime, and there was couldn't have a game plan. Pacquiao is just unbelievable, man. Pacquiao is unbelievable. There's no way you could find a sparring partner that matches him in his prime. There was nothing you could do. Just try, go out there and, like Marcus did, land a perfect punch and knock him out. Besides that, it's tough, you gotta be tough like Morales, just put him into a war. I think at this point Barrios needs to put him into make him fight, and I don't think Pacquiao goes to 12 rounds of fight. If Barrios starts off slow and tries to fight smart, then that could give Pacquiao the advantage. I think Barrios should just go out there and try to make it a fight.
Voicing his thoughts, Tim Bradley raised a concern about Manny Pacquiao's return to the ring. He suggested that Pacquiao's comeback may be driven more by financial motivations than competitive ambition. Reflecting on Manny's last fight against Yordenis Ugas, Bradley noted that Pacquiao didn't look sharp and showed signs of decline. He also emphasized that Mario Barrios is far from a slouch, pointing out his standout attributes and skill set that make him a real threat in the welterweight division.
It has to be pertaining to any kind of money. It has to be financial. I mean, any fighter that comes back, especially from retirement, a guy like Manny Pacquiao, it definitely has to do with money. 1. 2, I think Manny Pacquiao, I think his C game is a lot better than anybody, a lot of guys' A game, even with the age. But you have to take into account the last time he stepped foot in that ring against Ugas. He didn't look good. He was outmatched by, a fighter, a younger fighter. Barrios is no slouch. Barrios is a young fighter, bigger fighter, knows how to, control distance very well, can punch a little bit. Like, he's no easy task for anybody in the welterweight division.
Revisiting Manny Pacquiao's comeback, Tim Bradley labeled it as a dangerous move, especially against a young, hungry fighter like Mario Barrios. He stressed that he sees a troubling outcome for Pacquiao, warning that many legends before him have taken brutal losses late in their career. Bradley believes Barrios could deliver that kind of beating, potentially forcing Manny back into retirement for good. However, he also cautioned Barrios not to underestimate Pacquiao's power, particularly his signature left hook, which, even if not as sharp as in his prime, still poses a serious threat.
And to face a young guy like that is dangerous. And sometimes, these old legends, they got to get beat up several times before they call it quits. That Ugas fight, I don't know if it was enough for Pacquiao. That's why he's coming back. But Barrios, he can finish Pacquiao. There's a possibility that he can finish Pacquiao and basically cause him to go back into retirement once again. But again, what they say, the last thing that leaves is the power. If Manny got any of that power still left in him, if he lands that left hand, he can hurt the young gun. But that's easier said than done.
On the other hand, despite the concerns raised by critics, Manny Pacquiao has firmly shut them down, choosing instead to focus on training harder than ever to prove the legitimacy of his comeback and his continued dominance. He expressed his deep love for boxing, saying the passion still runs strong within him. Pacquiao also confidently stated that his skills remain sharp, and even at this age, he believes his performance reflects the spirit and strength of his youth.
You know, I love boxing is my passion, and I love to work out hard. I love workout. I mean, my body is so tired. Like, I feel tired when I don't have exercise every day. So I love to work out, and I love to prepare like this fight. I mean, I'm excited. My body can still fight, and the speed is still there. The motivation is still there. I still have that fire.
Additionally, Manny Pacquiao affirmed that his comeback is not driven by money, but by a genuine love for the sport. He shared that during his retirement, boxing felt empty, not just for him, but for the fans as well. Pacquiao emphasized that he missed the ring deeply and believes the fans missed him too. His return, he stated, is about bringing excitement back to the sport and helping elevate boxing to the level he believes it truly deserves.
This is coming back for you, right?
This is my comeback. Is like boxing is my passion, and I'm so lonely because when we announce retirement, a lot of fighters, good fighters, announce their retirement, and I think boxing became lonely. I mean, lonely, you know that. And now I'm back. I want to make the boxing again is you know, fun. As happy as fun as like what we did before. This is it. I mean, I can still keep on going, and I hope that the fans will be excited for July 19th.
Meanwhile, in each of his viral training clips, Manny Pacquiao appears more confident than ever. He's throwing with power and precision, driven by a mindset focused on success, and delivering a spectacular showdown against Mario Barrios. He's training harder than ever and looks fully motivated for his comeback, ready to be a firework in the ring. Wishing him good luck on his comeback after a long hiatus, Oscar De La Hoya shared his thoughts. He expressed confidence in Manny Pacquiao's ability to beat Mario Barrios, but emphasized that it won't be an easy fight.
I wish him all the best.
Quadra, I love him. Can he do it? Quadra?
Can he do it? Absolutely. Manny Pacquiao's
Oscar needs.
He's a legend, you know.
Some nice ones, thank you.
He's a legend. I think he can do it. Absolutely. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but I think he can do it.
Every angle has been analyzed, from physical readiness to mental focus, training conditions to fight strategy. Fans and fighters alike are making their prediction, but at the end of the day, no amount of speculation can predict what will happen when the bell rings on July 19th. Pacquiao's return isn't just about winning a title, it's about legacy, pride, and proving that age is just a number. Whether he shocks the world or falls short, one thing is certain: the world will be watching. So mark your calendars and buckle up, because history might just be written in the ring. Don't miss a moment. Subscribe to Ring Rivalry for all the build-up, breakdowns, and the aftermath of July 19th.